welcome back. And I'm so sorry about my voice. I have been very under the weather, but I really wanted to get this out to you guys. This one is a little bit shorter because I know you probably don't want to hear me going through this. Anyways, I wanted to introduce you to the hydro attachment thing that you can use to put on your tumbler. I love this thing. It's from Cami Page Boutique. We have a discount code with them, Paxton10. This thing was like life-changing when I wanted to do a tumbler for meet my sons in baseball, and I kind of wanted to have this big, cup, the big hydro that I could take with me, so I didn't have to take a bunch of water with me. I could kind of have it full. Anyways, I got this. I got the hydro attachment thing from Cami Page, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. And I'm telling you, this was like, oh, this is a very, very helpful piece of equipment that you need in your, and if you do these a lot, like I do a lot of hydros. I have a lot of people that ask for hydros, so I'm probably going to have to order a couple more just to kind of keep, so I could do multiple at a time. But it was very cool. The only thing I would say was to make it to where you could put the pole all the way in, because if you put it just at the very top, your thing's going to stick out like, 40 feet out of your turner. So anyways, with all of that being said, you can figure that out on your own. We just did a basic tumbler wrap. This I got from Mr. Nola's Glitter. These are sticky sheets, is what they call them. I really loved the leopard print with the baseball kind of distress look in there. And this was what I really wanted to do, some kind of baseball themed mama tumbler or something like that. And so when I got the attachment and I saw I was doing inventory on all my cups and stuff, I saw that I had a 40-ounce hydro, and I was like, this is perfect. I will do this and show y'all the attachment and everything here. So that's kind of what we're doing. So anyways, I just did a basic wrap on this, and the reason that I was just going to do just the wrap and not do anything glitter wise or anything like that is because I really wanted to try out the Grand Finale. I wanted to give y'all some tips, tell you exactly, what I experienced, what I felt about it, all of that. Now, I will say that there are a lot of pros, a little bit of cons, but a lot of pros. But anyways, I wrapped this whole thing, and then I did trim as I didn't speed this up because I wanted to kind of to show y'all how long it kind of took me to go about doing this. And I sliced the top part there, but I was trying to be very slow in, meticulous in the way that I cut it, so that I would have the straightest line that I could possibly get, because I really don't have a vinyl cutter to cut up on that one part. And I wanted to use the Grand Finale just to cover up this fat vinyl. I didn't want to do a whole full, going up over the little lip thing or anything like that. So that's kind of why I decided to just do just the vinyl part like that. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. My brain is so foggy right now. But anyways, you'll see in a minute. I'm going to cut the bottom with my vinyl cutter, and I will expose just a little bit of that stainless steel at the bottom. And then we'll put the Grand Finale, over just that vinyl part instead of like the whole thing. So I'm going to speed this up just a little bit, just so, to save time and that kind of thing. But I just cut this, just like I did last week, using my Cami Page Boutique vinyl cutter. You can get that and the tumbler holder and the hydro attachment and all of that at CamiPageBoutique.com. Paxton10 will get you 10% off. And then that's what we did as far as the wrap. So I bought these little accordion envelopes, I think that's what they're called. And I did like a whole dividing them out into sports and holidays and florals and bugs and, you know, just inspirational and sassy and religious or whatever I had. You know, I just kind of did like all these different, you know, sections in there, and it was really very helpful. I did have to kind of cut everything down a little bit because I did have, you know, it is not huge, so you can kind of, you have to kind of trim it down a little bit. Now, I did get this at Mr. Nola's Glitter as well, and they are pretty cool little things. They're like a bleach spot, but it's printed, right? So you don't have to take it outside and do any actual painting or actual spray painting or anything like that. It's just a spot that was printed to look like a spot. And so I thought this would be perfect because I didn't have to do a coat of anything before this. I just put the vinyl on there, wrapped it around, and then I put the spot on there, and then now I'm putting the decal on there. Just in these, this came on in a sheet of sticky sheet with all these different little baseball things on there, and Mr. Nola's Glitter as well. So everything was from there, and so I just kind of added everything from there. So I did start off with taping off the stainless steel. Now I will say that I feel like the taping off was very beneficial, but with as many coats as I was having to go into, I could not tape it off every single time. So I just kind of went along and, you know, just sweeped over the stainless steel and then just wiped it off with a baby wipe. But if you have the patience and you have the dedication, I would say taping it off every time is very beneficial in as far as keeping it nice and clean and I guess, you know, just nice and clean. So, but by the time it was like 3 or 4 things, I was like, I'm not taping this off anymore, you know, so I just kind of went with it at that point. So I will say that I got this idea from Happy Fox Design Co. or Happy Fox Supply Co. Right? I did get the big bucket of Grand Finale, and I put it in this squeeze jar that I put some of my epoxy in. I did the same type of thing because that big jar, that big bucket thing, I was like, no way, I'm going to spill this 100%. So I felt with the squeeze bottle, much easier to handle, much easier to store, much easier all the way around. So Happy Fox Supply Co., she was doing this on TikTok, and she showed that she uses these Taklon brushes, and I love these brushes. I've been using these brushes for years, and she just puts a thin line there and then just rakes it over and doesn't work it too much, just kind of a light little sweep over, and then goes to the next little section and just puts a little line there and just sweeps it over and kind of combines it with the next, you know, with that last sweep that we just did. And I didn't speed this up because I wanted to show y'all exactly, you know, how it looked in real time, in real life, and that kind of thing. But you don't want to work this too much because we will get something called orange peel where it kind of be bumpy. I didn't really have that problem, but, and this is exactly what I did every single time. Now, I will say that it took a lot of coats. I mean, I kind of tried to keep count there for a while, but I think I was up to 12 coats, I think is what I eventually did. Like I said, there's pros and cons. So the pro to me was in 2 hours in my environment, I was ready to go for the next, you know, coat, right? I did remove the tape immediately after that, but after a while, I was like, I'm not putting that tape back on every single time. So I just kind of took it real easy up at the top there. And I will say that it did make it a little more messy. It didn't have a really nice finished look. So you can take that for what you want. Either really be careful every single time or tape it off every time. But I mean, after 2 hours, you're coming back, you're putting another coat. 2 hours, you're coming back, you're putting another coat. 2 hours, you're coming back, you're putting another coat. To have to tape it every single time, you know, I just didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Anyways, like I said, I think I was about 12 coats. I did kind of show y'all several coats. I didn't obviously show you all 12 because that's crazy, but it did take a while for the vinyl, for the sticker and stuff on the front to kind of not show. And so I just that's kind of how I gauged my, you know, how many layers I was going to need, right? So as soon as I started to not see kind of the lines, that's when I thought, okay, well, I need like 1 or 2 more coats here, and then I'll probably be okay. Now, as you can see, I took the baby wipe there, and I just, you know, kind of cleaned up on the bottom and the top as best as I could. But like I said, it still was kind of, still a little bit messy. So y'all, you can take that and do with it what you will. If you are really meticulous, then make sure that you're taping it off every single time. If you don't really care or you want to be a little more careful, whatever. Anyways, 12 coats just like this. This is exactly what I did every time. I did make sure that I kind of went back over after I got everything done and it started spinning. I just kind of took the brush and kind of brushed over to make sure everything was even. I put fire to this one time because I was doing all the other ones that I was doing in epoxy, but I didn't think I needed it. But if you feel like you do, just hit it with the torch. So about 12 to 13 coats later, I think I probably still would have put a few more coats on here, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. And so this is it. This is what Grand Finale looks like. I will tell you that I really like the feel of it. It doesn't have that slippery kind of flimsy feel that epoxy has. So I really liked the feel of this. And I definitely would say yes to doing this. I don't know about the glittering and all of that yet. That is going to be a whole nother stage of this process, but I really did like it. I felt safe doing it in my home and, you know, all of that. So anyways, please like and subscribe and comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you try Grand Finale, give me all your tips. Anyways, see you next time.